Hello and welcome to the Flykingfisher winning post. I'm your host and guide Mohit Lalvani, and as always, welcome to India's #1 show on horse racing. There's plenty on tap today. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started.
The Trepton Fillies and Mares Stakes, which is a Grade 3 event run over 9 furlongs, saw a small field of 5 face the starter, with the terms of the race sending all the runners out at level weights irrespective of their ratings. The result of this race was almost a foregone conclusion, with Strelitzia towering head and shoulders above her rivals. She was rated 32 points or 16 kilos better than the field, and it would be an absolute shock result if this daughter of Razine were to get beaten. Five then faced the starter, and we take a look at their condition in the paddock. Dancing Dame, a well-bred daughter of Glory of Dancer, had already had a taste of the Pune track when finishing second to the highly thought-of Su Chalio in her last effort. A filly with tremendous potential and being ridden by one of India's most mercurial jockeys, C. Rajendra, Dancing Dame will really have to run the race of her life and defy the handicapper to win this race. Horse number 2 is Lyrical Symphony and has been an honest handicapper and has gingerly worked her way up to Class 2 with 2 runs under her belt, including a victory in her first start. Form and fitness is not a doubt. Schooled by M.K. Jadhav and ridden by Indian legend B. Prakash, this filly might find the step up to a graded race a bit too much for her at this stage of her career. The next horse we'll look at is Moonflower from Nina Lalvani's yard, who had found some outstanding form last Pune season, where she notched up a hat-trick of victories and catapulted up the ratings. Unfortunately, she never seemed to carry that form into Mumbai and has been running a few listless races. Yet her lung opener last week in a Class 2 race, where she hit the front, made the running and ran 4th, only 2 lengths behind the winner, suggests that this horse probably prefers the softer going in Pune. Horse number 4, O Calcutta, again is at best an honest handicapper from veteran trainer S.S. Shah's yard. Had a lung opener over 7 furlongs earlier in the season, but like the first 3 fillies and mares, is well aware that they are all in a race for second place, as none of the first 4 on paper can hold a candle to Strelitzia. No form to go by for O Calcutta, and this 5-year-old is best ignored. Strelitzia, rated at 105, towers head and shoulders above her 4 hapless rivals. The property of Dr. Vijay Mallya, trained by the legendary jockey-turned-trainer Pacey Shroff, looked simply unbeatable on paper, had worked well leading up to this race, and any student of handicapping would at a glance tell you that even if she ran 10 lengths below her handicap and rating, she would probably still win this race. Pacey Shroff entrusted his young apprentice S. Zarwan the saddle duties for this graded race, and there is a distinct possibility that the instructions could have been, "Don't fall off, the horse will do the rest." So the bookmakers had obviously consulted the handicappers, and Strelitzia went out at a meagre half money, while Dancing Dame and Lyrical Fantasy were easy to back at 8-1 and 6-1, with Moonflower at 20s.
Well, now the horses have left the paddock and are on their way to the starting gate. Meanwhile, next up is Kingfisher Trailblazers. Last week we took a look at Dallas Todiwala. Well, guess what? He's our Kingfisher Trailblazer yet again.
The Odds-On Trophy, a Class 1 race run in Pune, saw 6 face the starter, and the property of Dr. Vijay Mallya, CL Indian, garnered the maximum support in the bookie ring. Would he justify his favouritism? We pick up commentary from the bend.
Racing towards the 1000-meter marker now, with Desert Rule about half a length in front of Aries in second position. White Knight close behind. Towards the rails there is CL Indian, a length and a half further back there Star Warrior, and close on the fence is Mischievous Trot. As they come towards the 800-meter marker now, Desert Rule calling the shots, a length and 3/4 in front of Aries in second position. Another length and a half further back there is White Knight towards the outside. Towards the rails there is CL Indian. A length further back there is Star Warrior along with Mischievous Trot as they begin to negotiate the home turn. Desert Rule still maintaining about half a length in front of Aries, inching closer. Length and a half further back there, CL Indian also making a forward move along with White Knight on the outside. Mischievous Trot close on the fence. Star Warrior close last as they straighten up for home. Little over 300 to go there. Desert Rule still in the lead, about half a length in front of CL Indian, coming up nicely on the outside. Then there is dropping back, and the wide outside there is White Knight with about 150 meters more to run. It's Desert Rule towards the inside race from CL Indian, and these two are pulled away from the rest. It's CL Indian on the outside from Desert Rule. CL Indian and Desert Rule. CL Indian going on well to win this race from Desert Rule.
CL Indian justifies his favouritism and lands the spoils in the odds-on trophy. Trainer Dallas Todiwala tells us what he thinks of his ward.
CL Indian is an absolute pleasure. He's been an honest and loyal soldier in my stable, and he's already won me 5 races, and there's still more to come, I think, from him. Actually, Mahendra, it wasn't an open race, it was a 2-horse affair, Star Warrior and CL Indian. On practicality, Star Warrior has beaten me thrice. I heard Star Warrior has a few problems, and he did burst a blood vessel, and my horse is honest, he's strong, and he just goes from strength to strength. And hopefully we shall target a group race and win a group race with him.
CL Indian's pedigree is impressive to say the least. Burden of proof from the Kunigal stud farm traces back to Fairy King and the sire of sires, Northern Dancer. His dam CL Flurry traces back to Al Nasser Al Washik, and Sadler's Wells can also be seen on the dam side.
Well, and CL Indian certainly seems to be going from strength to strength. A game horse and extremely talented too. On that note, we'll take a short break here on the Flykingfisher winning post. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Flykingfisher winning post. Now, while we wait for the horses to get loaded for the fillies and mares, we had another big race on the afternoon. This one was a very prestigious sprint. It was the Akka Sahib Maharaj.
The Akka Sahib Maharaj Trophy, a 4-year-old terms race for sprinters, saw 8 enter the paddock. On paper and with the Bangalore form behind him, Attila from Pacey Shroff's yard looked outstanding. Carrying the top weight of 62 kilos to victory was never going to be easy for Attila, even with the Bangalore form behind him. Other top speed horses in the race, such as the Sprinters Cup winner Waizu and last start runaway winner Beautiful Stranger, also ran this race with hope. We take you straight to the start.
They are off and racing for the Akka Sahib Maharaj Trophy, a level start by all the runners. And as they settle down to race, there's a rush for the early lead with Pepe Jr. in the middle, working his way to the front from National Glory, looking for room in the middle. On the outside there's Sport Rush, then there is El Tropico, Attila towards the inside race, there's Beautiful Stranger on the outside, Port Rush, Demonstrator, Waizu. And as they come past the 800 meter marker, now it's National Glory who's taken over the running, clear by about a length and a half in front of Pepe Jr. towards the inside race. Between them is El Tropico, Port Rush tracking El Tropico on the outside, Beautiful Stranger towards the inside race, Attila, then comes Demonstrator, Waizu together as they start negotiating the home turn. National Glory brings them home first, about a length and a quarter in front of Pepe Jr. in second position. On the outside there, El Tropico, Potrush with them. Attila is trying to make a bid on the outside. Then there's Beautiful Stranger in the middle, Waizu towards the inside race, and Demonstrator with about 300 to go for the Akka Sahib Maharaj Trophy, and Pepe Jr. is at the helm, about half a length in front of El Tropico towards the inside race. Waizu getting a lovely opening, and then there's Beautiful Stranger. Attila is a beaten horse with about 150 meters more to run, and Waizu has taken charge. Waizu a length and a half clear and going well indeed. Waizu wins it from Pepe Jr. finishing up second, Beautiful Stranger, then there's El Tropico, Attila and the rest.
So Waizu proves that his Sprinters Cup victory in Mumbai was not a flash in the pan and gets the better of Attila and a whole lot of other top-class sprinters. Dashrath Singh, the compact and informed jockey for the Manjri Stud Farm, rode Waizu to victory. Waizu is trained by Faisal Abbas and owned by Faraji Karachiwala, Vinay Kumar and Mr. and Mrs. Shapur Mistry, representing the Manjri Horse Breeders Farm.
Well, great performance there from Waizu, coming and upsetting this field. We leave India for now, head over to Singapore. We would take our normal Kingfisher flight, but this time we took a rocket. The air of expectancy was apparent when 6 horses entered the parade ring for the Kranji Stakes Open on the 28th of August. Led by number 1 Rocket Man, this was the champion sprinter's prep to his international campaign, and even though it seemed straightforward on paper, a race still had to be run and won. With Baron Voster on top and Patrick Shaw and Fred Crabbier considering their star as he danced around in the paddock, it was difficult not to feel awe and amazement at a truly special thoroughbred. Better Be the One from Michael Frieden's yard was one of the 5 hoping for an upset, and like Capablanca from Don Bartchiga's stable, did have a number of lengths to find on Rocket Man.
All set, they're racing.
As the starter set them away, Voster immediately asked his Rocket to take the race by the scruff of its neck.
Followed by Better Be the One, then came Capablanca, and being ridden along, New Target is last of all. And Rocket Man comes to the 400 metres mark, and he's out by 3 lengths over Flying Fulton, being chased along in second, followed by Dittatore, then Better Be the One. Capablanca sneaking up on the fence, and a gap away then to New Target, but Rocket Man below the final 250. He's out by 3 lengths over Flying Fulton. Better Be the One begins to run on stoutly, followed by Dittatore and Capablanca, but he's untouchable again, Rocket Man. He's out by 4 lengths over Flying Fulton, and Better Be the One, and another one for the Rocket.
Watching the race, it's hard to even imagine how quick he's going, because by the time they turn for home, the others are all off the bridle.
Yes, obviously that's where he wins his races. He gets them off the bridle very quickly, and he just runs them off their feet early. And I think that's the way he enjoys racing. I don't know, I think he likes to be held up a little bit.
As far as the lead-up goes, as far as the prep goes, not one smack of the whip, nothing, you know, just effortless. This is what you wanted?
Yeah, I didn't want Byron to give my heart in, as I said, and I've only given him the 2 trials. I've tried to go a different route this time, because I know the last time we lost quite a bit of condition, especially with the heat we've been having, and that's what happened last year. So obviously I've done a little bit of changes. It's been worrying, because whenever you change, you don't want to change your winning formula, but you've done well. And I just want to say thanks for Byron for everything he's done on this horse. He works him every morning. He's part of the horse, and he'll get his turn.
I think it's really a special horse, and for all that have witnessed him, I don't think there's anyone like us for a long, long time.
Now, you know, from what we saw, he's obviously feeling very well, but you're the man on his back. What's he feeling like right now?
Yes, you know, like we all said, we're still expecting him to improve some more, sharpen up some nicely in himself. So, you know, it's just every race counts, every step of work counts. We just got to get him there to Japan at the, you know, picking at the right time. So, but at the moment, all's good.
And if you compare him to how he was just before going into Dubai, where would you say he is?
Well, you know, every year it takes him a little bit longer to get going and longer to warm up and get the sharpened up. So, you know, I would say it's probably the same sort of stage, you know. It's always hard with these horses because he's such a nice, relaxed horse in himself. So, you know, it's just nice that he knows when to turn it on and turn it off.
Look, the emotions before the races, you know, you're always worried that he comes out of it sound and that there's no problems and that. And then obviously every time you see a horse, you see him run, it's fantastic. I mean, I just haven't ever had a horse like this, and I don't think I ever will, but it's just such a privilege to be associated with a horse like that, and we're just so lucky to have a horse like this. I mean, he's just amazing. He does it every time. I don't know what more to say. This horse is incredible. And Patrick and Byron, the work they've put into it. I mean, Patrick's really nurtured this horse through to what he is. I believe it wasn't for Patrick right in the early stages, picking up the problems, sorting them out, we may not have had this racehorse today. And Byron, the way he's cured him and slowly worked through him and taken him through his paces and never pushed him when he wasn't ready. So, you know, all those things add up to making a good racehorse. So it's a big team effort. So I think it's wonderful that we've got such a great team.
Rocket Man looks to be spot on for his international campaign, and the son of Viscount has taken his career earnings to nearly $2.5 million. Well, and many do believe that Rocket Man is the best sprinter in the world. Next up for him is Japan. We'll take a short break here on the Flykingfisher Winning Post. We'll come back. There's lots more.